Hey folks, today I got a little one on a leatherman that I have. This one is, sorry, I got the leatherman wingman. And I don't know why this isn't focusing very quick. This camera's a little slow to focus. But anyway, I got the leatherman wingman here. Alright, so we'll start off. Actually, this is a little bit of new scenery here. We got a workshop. Oh, stupid tripod. Down in the basement, the wife and I actually just bought our first house, so now we're gonna have a little bit of our own space to do some more videos of this. Sorry if I'm talking a little too quiet for the video. It's kind of the middle of the night here. I work night shift, and typically the only time I have awake is in the middle of the night. My wife's trying to sleep upstairs, so alright, let's get into the wingman here. Now, this one, the wingman in particular, I believe it's only $30. I didn't specifically buy this myself. This was a Christmas present for my wife. If you give me a second here, I will actually pull that up. This is an awesome tool. It's not as much a review as it is to say how awesome Leatherman is with their customer service. And yeah, it's right around $30 to $50 depending on where you get it. I like this style of cutter. They don't overlap past each other. They just crimp what you're trying to cut with it, like an anvil style. I see it as a little bit more durable. You don't have to worry about trying to cut and then these twist on you and pinch. I actually ended up, that's how I broke the scissors on this, which is my main reason for making this video on this tool. I was cutting something a little too heavy with it, and they effed right off on me and tried to bend them back, and obviously hardened piece of metal, it's not going to bend back, it's just going to snap off, so don't try that. If you bend them, either send it back or keep using them bent. But yeah, it's got the nice cutters. The knurling inside your pliers is actually really nice, really durable. Hasn't worn down on me. I think my wife's probably gonna make fun of me for saying this, but I can't remember how long ago she got it for me. Onto the other tools. You have on this side big flathead, which I'm not really a fan of. The particular thickness that they gave. It's good for most common flathead sizes, I should say. Your Phillips head, they give you little markings on there to specify what they are. Doesn't make a lot of sense to stamp those in there. That's an extra step that's obviously not needed, because you can plainly tell, but it's a nice little touch that they do. This I only use really when I'm in a pinch for the Phillips, strictly because you're only getting true engagement on the head with these two blades here. These, you know, I guess it's better than nothing, but you have all this room in this side of the tool. Why not make this, you know, this side's got 3 tools in it, you know, this side's only got 2. You could make that a full size, make this slightly thinner. Yeah, that's that side. I'll go on the other side of the tools. You got 3 tools on this side. Like I said, you got your can opener and your cap lifter here. That's nice edge on there for opening cans. Yeah. This one here, I don't know if you can make that out. The poor lighting, I haven't really done any work to the shop yet. Been working on other parts of the house. You got a little rule on here, inch on this side and metric on the other side. What's that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centimeters and I don't know, something like 1.5 inches. This actually, I just got the damn tool back. I was using the small screwdriver on the end of the file and rule here and broke off, because that's one thing with this. They put a screwdriver on the end of the file, and the file, like a typical file, is harder than a standard like knife steel or such. So my recommendation is, unless it's something real light duty, don't use this, because I didn't even put much pressure on it and it snapped right off on me. So that's the downside of the smaller bladed screwdriver. Other than that, you got this last tool, which they call it a package opener, and it does work really good for that, for those I don't know what you'd call them, like the clamshell plastic molded packaging, the stuff that, you know, you feel like you're gonna stab yourself in the hand with opening with a normal knife. This is nice. It's almost, I'd say it's akin to a gut hook. Sorry, excuse me. A gut hook on, say, like a hunting knife, but it's angled instead of curving around. Be nice to see something more similar to a gut hook, just because that's more useful tool. I guess you could use this for a similar purpose, but like a gut hook would be nice for like using outdoors and such. Like if you're doing camping, you're into a lot of survival, that would be nice, not to just be this little, you know, kind of canted off blade here, but it does work for the purpose they say it is. These tools have a really nice lockup in here. This is actually really stiff lock on this. It's not, I shouldn't say it's a lock per se, it's just spring tension on there. One thing I don't like with the tools is you essentially have to open all of them, just because you have these little tabs here and the friction on here. I'm sorry, I'm losing focus again. Keep moving too quick. Yeah, the friction on here could loosen it up a little bit, but I don't like a loose, flimsy tool. So the way it comes from factory is nice and stiff on the whole tool, but you gotta they all come out together. Just one minor detail that I don't like. Really nice pocket clip, really heavy duty. It's actually, there's a hex head underneath this screw that locks it from rotating, and then there's a little tab here. I don't know if the camera will focus that close on it to be able to see. Oh, there we go. See right here, this little tab underneath that comes to about right here, that actually bends down into the frame of the tool and also helps with alignment, so it's not wearing out or going anywhere. The feel in the hand is really nice. They give you these nice rounded edges, and honestly, a lot of the tools I'll ever show you on this channel is, it's good for what you pay for it. And being that this is a $30 to $50 multi-tool, I would say that this is up there with a $150 multi-tool in regards to quality and feel and usefulness. On to what I said the purpose of this video is for, is to kind of talk up Leatherman a little bit. And I don't have any sponsorships or anything, and just some guy in his basement talking about a tool. So I don't even monetize my videos, and probably won't ever. My scissors broke, like I said, and you know, like a normal handy guy, I called Leatherman and said, hey, I'd like to buy a new set of scissors out of the Leatherman Wingman. And they said, well, we're sorry, we don't sell any parts. I was like, oh, okay, you know, any places, you recommend any places where I could get replacements for it, or like, would I just have to buy a used tool? And he's like, oh, no, just send it in to us and we'll replace it, and you get it back in about 4 weeks. Which I ended up telling her, I was like, I know it was my fault. I know I was using it for something heavier than I should have been cutting with a pair of scissors on a multi-tool. I should have been using something a little bit stronger, and I'd like to pay to get it fixed because it doesn't classify as a warranty issue. And she's like, oh, no, that doesn't matter. They're warranted for 25 years, and just send it in, print out a label on the website. I guess you go, I can't remember where you go on the website, but there's a whole section on warranty issues. So I sent it out, and that was probably the worst 4 weeks ever, because I ended up getting a Ozark Trail multi-tool to replace it, because I use my tool multiple times a day, and honestly I haven't upgraded past this thing because I really like it so much. But anyway, I got the tool back, and not only did they replace my scissors, but they also went ahead and gave me a brand new blade on it, which this is an alright blade. I mean, you got the standard line lock on it, and I'm not a fan of the serrated edge, but it is nice. You know, I typically carry SOG Flash 2, so that's my primary use blade. If I need a blade, I'm not gonna pull this out. I only use this knife if I have my multi-tool in my hand and I need to cut something, so I don't specifically pull it out for the blade. And honestly, it wasn't even worn down too much, and that was just, I don't know if it doesn't look like they reground it, because it's not any skinnier this way. So I'm 100% positive they gave me a new one, which is just an awesome touch, and I really appreciate that from them, just because it shows that they care about their customers. And you know, that's a detail they didn't have to go into, because that wasn't the issue I sent the tool in for. But yeah, that's just my take on the Leatherman Tool Company and the Leatherman Wingman. If you don't have the money to go out and buy yourself a $150 multi-tool, I mean, you can order these things on Amazon, I think is where it was the cheapest. And you do a Google search on a Leatherman Wingman, it'll come up with price ranges from $30 to $50, so just take your pick. I don't know if there's any counterfeits out there for this, but just always watch out for that. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.